Hi, I'm Tim Alexander.
Hi, and I'm Ben Mio McRae.
And we are Newlyweds.
Newlyweds.
We got married.
Yes,
and
we
we're
did.
Guys. Guys actually get married.
Yes,
and
we
like
do.
it.
We love it.
Yeah. So tell me about your what happened. I mean, tell me about your day.
About which
Wedding.
day? The wedding.
Wedding.
The wedding was fantastic. It was a dream come true. We got married at an Italian villa in Malibu, actually Pacific Palisades, and it was a very intimate affair, about 75 people, and it was just amazing.
I mean, what was special about it for you? Was it emotional? Were you just standing there, Mr. Cool Breeze? I mean, how did it hit you?
It was definitely emotional. I think what was great is that we planned it together. Like, we discovered the location together, and then we really planned the whole wedding together. So every little detail, we kind of picked out everything. And then we had, on the day of the wedding, we had a coordinator that kind of oversaw everything, so we didn't have to worry.
Okay.
So, but in terms of planning, we did it all ourselves.
Okay. And where'd you go honeymoon?
We went to Belize, which was amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
First time there, and it was tropical, and it was serene. The water was amazing. It was like being on an island, but there was people around.
Okay. Well, me, my wedding day was amazing. I mean,
really? How? Tell me.
It's such a cliche, but it was really the best day ever. I mean,
really.
I'm not gonna lie, I got emotional. I actually cried, and there's videotape to prove it. But I have been wanting to be married ever since I was 16, and I made a big failure in my life. Which it depends how you look at it. I mean, I can't say it was completely a failure, but I did get somebody pregnant.
Whoa.
That I wasn't really in a relationship with, and because I wanted to be a good father, and I was raised to be a good father, I married her to make sure that we had a family.
That's very honorable. That's the right thing to do.
She showed me that wasn't the best thing to do. So, I went through a tailspin, and it really short-circuited me, and I kind of lost my whole me. And I met this woman on the internet, and we started conversing, and I met her, and I was like, wow. And
how'd you know she was the one?
We're going to get to that in another one.
Okay.
But when I actually, after all that time of thinking it was never going to be right, I said, wow, I'm standing here. And the first time we just got married in front of the minister and like 4 people, and I'm having this elaborate wedding. We got married in a backyard of this historic mansion in Altadena. We had we had maybe 100 people, and the food was catered, and the weather was just right. I'm looking at this stunning woman. I'm like, I'm getting married. And it got me. I'm not going to lie, it got me. It was the best day ever. And we didn't have a bridal party, no bridesmaids, nothing. Me, her, and my twin sons.
Wow.
So she married all 3 of us, And it was amazing. It was like I can definitely feel it on a spiritual level. I mean, I felt me become one with her. And then we went and honeymooned in Europe, in Paris.
Wow,
her first time in Paris.
Beautiful place to honeymoon.
Yeah. And so it was great. And I really enjoy being a husband. Not only was it a great day, it's been a great life. My life has forever been altered. I never have to worry about, when is this single pain going to be over?
True. It's great having a partner to share life with.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's absolutely the best part of being married.
Yeah. And, I'm a passionate, emotional person, and people think I'm this, they think I'm that, but deep down inside, I just want to be happy. I just want to love somebody more than anything.
Yeah, I think that's what we all want. I think everybody wants to be happy. So the key is finding that right person that you click with, and hopefully you've both figured it out by the time you meet each other, so that the mistakes are in the past. You've learned your life lessons, so that by the time you get together, you're all good.
Yeah.
Not that you don't have things to learn, because we're still learning, right?
Lots to learn. But I cannot imagine ever not being with this woman, though. And
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Natasha is my heart and my soul, and I knew she was the one right when I met her, pretty much.
And we're going to do that on another one too. We're
Yeah.
going to figure out we're going to tell people how we knew that was her. But I don't understand how people get married and then get divorced. I mean, I can see, in my case, she walked away from me even though I wasn't happy. I'm a committed type person. I wasn't going to go. So she actually saved me from going through the rest of my life in hell. And I'm not trying to say that to diss her, but it just wasn't a good situation.
Right.
So
this was my second marriage as well.
Okay.
And I didn't have any idea that my first marriage was going to fail. And as far as I was concerned, I thought I would be married forever. So
Same here.
I kind of was surprised when it didn't last, and obviously disappointed and all those things.
Yeah.
But if it didn't work, it didn't work, and you have to move on and pick yourself up and find that next mate. It took a while to find the next one.
Now, what I do appreciate about that first practice marriage, if I can call it that, it made me so much of a better man for her, for my actual wife for life. Because there's a lot I didn't understand. I gained a lot of patience because I had to learn how to put up with things that I never expected to put up with. So the old me prior to that was a little more trying to make things what I think they should be, but I had to learn it's not worth it. So now, here I'm a much better, more evolved person. I appreciate the lessons I learned. So now that I'm in a proper marriage, I know I can take care of this one better.
Yeah. Well, I definitely, I think, paid attention more to all my relationships after that first marriage. Because you don't want to do the same things the same way and end up with the same result, right?
Yes.
So you have to change your behavior if you want something different. And so I definitely paid more attention in the relationships that came after. And, I was always, I think, open once I got over the loss of that marriage, because it takes some time to
it hurts
to get back to normal, back to one. But after you come out of that, I feel like I was open and always kind of available.
Yes.
If it was going to happen again.
Yeah.
So.
And women, this is a message to the women and the men. We hurt too. And
Absolutely.
it's okay to admit that because it didn't feel good for me.
It definitely did not feel good.
Yeah, it ripped me apart, and there are men who really want to be married actually for a lifetime. But in today's society, women are taught, 80% of the divorces are initiated by women. Mine went off and said she was taking the kids to the beach, and she just never came home. And then 3 weeks later, she handed me some divorce papers.
I think, and I don't know about you, but it seems like if things aren't going quite the way a woman wants them to, once they flip the switch off, the switch is off. So
off.
I know. It didn't matter what I did after that switch went. That was it.
And they, in today's society, almost see nothing about their responsibility and why it didn't work. Their kind of society has allowed women and somewhat taught them through the media that everything that goes wrong is his fault. He's just a no good, dirty guy. Take everything you can and don't care. It doesn't matter if it hurts him. It doesn't matter. It's all about you as the woman. And so they're happy to get married and just as happy to get divorced. And it's devastating.
That's, you want to have values that value, that treasures and cherishes the institution of marriage and what it means. And so, it should not be a disposable kind of a situation, that when you go before God and family and you take those vows, they're supposed to be forever.
Yes. And no, let me make the disclaimer. If I don't say this phrase, everybody's going to get spastic. Some women, not all, not everybody's the same. We're talking about the women who don't cherish marriage as a permanent part of their life, the ones who try it, are the ones who flick it off to the side like their parents did. And statistics show, not my opinion, that most divorces are initiated by women. Now, either they're not serious about their vows, or they're making really poor choices in who they decided to marry. And sometimes they do need to walk away because nobody should get hurt and abused.
Right. If you're in a bad situation, you definitely want to get out of a bad situation.
Right.
But if you're in a relationship that's having trouble because you're not relating well enough together, you're not doing the right things to make it work,
Yeah.
then that's not a good reason to get out.
Have the patience to work through.
Absolutely.
Don't just be so quick to walk away because it doesn't feel good, or you don't like this, or I can't stand the fact that he leaves the toilet seat up, and all these other little flimsy reasons that they actually walk away. I was struggling financially when I was married.
Me too.
So we get to court, and the judge says, "Why do you want to leave?" And she said, when I want to go to the store and buy something, I ask him for money, he takes it out of his pocket and gives it to me. And I feel like I'm financially abused. Well, the money I had was in my pocket. But because she couldn't go to the bank and just pull out a debit card and but I was actually selling my own movies on the street, trying to keep money in the pocket. I was,
making a living.
I had done a movie, it got pirated, so I couldn't get the distribution deal I wanted, so I was on the street grinding, trying to sell them and put them in people's hands and sign them to feed the family. But she felt like that was financial abuse. But I mean, how many people really have all the money they want? But was I there taking care of the family? Yeah. But anyway, people see it different ways. But yes, we as men do like being married. We love women who treat us with respect, and we want to marry them for a lifetime if we're really men.
Yeah, we want our queen.
We do. And, men need to understand it's okay to feel. It's okay to want to be married and in love. And women need to understand that all men aren't dogs, and marriage is not something only for women. Real men who have values. And if you look at a man, you can tell this is an exceptional gentleman. I can look at him the first time I saw him. I'm like, this is a real dude right here. He's not one of these flimsy, all flighty. They're a real man. But realize that a real man is exceptional. He's going to talk different,
and
act
emotional,
different.
but they don't show it.
Yeah, and do different. And he has feelings. It's not exclusive to women. So, these are married men talking, in case you never heard one.
Right.
Bye.